go. Bah! Bah! Well, bah! See this post right here? Probably gonna have to put a new post in right here. And it's gonna be all right. But like a big post, like the corner post. See that post right there? Right there. It's a lot bigger. And I'm gonna get a gate. I got one up yonder, like those up there where those calves are standing. I'll zoom in for you. Right there. Right there. There's a big gate. And I'm gonna put it right here. That way I won't have to mess with this piece of panel anymore. I'll put that panel up there where that gate is, because we don't use that gate up there. I'm using it as a panel. I had built it for my horse, that pen, where it was underneath that big shade tree. So I could put him in that, there's a little pen there, just a little bit of grass in it. I could put him in that, well, it's covered in Bermuda grass, but I could put him in it the day I was going to run barrels on him. And that way he wouldn't fill up too much on, he wouldn't get any hay, and his belly wouldn't be filled up, get too bad before I was going to run him. It'd be like eating a big meal before you go run a race. That wouldn't work. So that's why I have the pen built under and it's in the shade, because it gets hot here in summertime. One time I put him in that pen by himself, and I had mare Maggie, who they always stayed together, and I left her out here, and she got off down yonder grazing, and he ran that fence, and I mean, he was lathered in sweat when I come back out here to check on him. And I had to catch her, put her in the pen with him just so he'd calm down. I eventually bought a pony to take to the rodeos with us when we were going to spend the night, stay places when they were a long ways off. Because when he would go long ways off, I didn't take Maggie with us, and he wouldn't eat. You know, it's cost a lot more money to haul two great big, you know, almost 2,000 pound horses with 4,000 pounds of weight than it does, you know, a 500 pound pony, and a 2,500 pounds would be a lot less than over 4,000 pounds. That's a lot of difference in your gas money when you're only getting 8 miles a gallon anyway in that dually pickup. So, anywho, I bought a pony and took him with us. We went to Attica, Kansas, the rodeo one year, and I had a guy come up to me and asked me about the pony, and I said, yeah, he's old, but he's a good one. He rope on him, you run barrels, poles, tie goats, breakaway, whatever you want to do. He did it all, and he's good at it. And the guy said, you want to sell him? I said, no, sir, I don't. And he come back a little later, and he said, wonder if my kids could ride him into Grand Entry. And I said, well, yes, sir. They're more than welcome to ride this pony all night long if they want to. So they did, and they loved him. He come back out there after the rodeo was over, and he said, wouldn't it be all right if my kids rode him in the parade tomorrow? I said, oh, absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. That'd be great. So he got him early that morning, and they took him, and he said the train went by right next to him. That pony never did flinch. And he said, now I want to know, you got to have a price for this pony, and I want to know what it is. I said, well, no, sir. I don't really want to sell him. I just don't. So the kids got him. They rode him all around the rodeo, and this went on until Saturday night. And he come to me Saturday night, and he said, now my kids love that pony. He said, I'm gonna buy that pony. I said, finally, and this horse is probably 30 years old at least. I had to soak his feed in hot water the night before to feed him the next day, so it would be like mash. Hold on a minute, I gotta shut the gate. So it'd be all mashed up because he didn't have any teeth to eat it. It was hard to take care of that little pony. So I said $1,500, and that's too much. And he bought him, paid cash. Okay, gotta go.